Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We have another fun and exciting news for you guys today. The Daily Wire, Matt Walsh, came out with a movie called What is a Woman yesterday. And I'm not here to talk about the movie itself. I'm here to talk about prior to the release of the movie, of what happened and what's going on. So, if you remember, Dinesh D'Souza came out with a documentary movie, The 2000 Mules. And what happened was, when the movie was about to get released, Rumble was under cyber attack, severe cyber attack. And because, the people who were doing the attack, they didn't want the movie to come out. Then same thing happened with Daily Wire, because the content is only available on Daily Wire. So they were under cyber attack, heavy cyber attack yesterday, prior to the release of the movie. And that's what I'm here to talk about. Why would you want to stop a product to come out of such content? And that's where the issue lies at this point. It's not about the content itself. It's about censoring or stopping such content from being released. And that's where I have the issue. This is where freedom of speech is becoming an issue, to a point that if you are against an ideology, you go to the moon and back to stop their content or the spread of information. And I'm totally against that. I don't care what political aisle you're from. I don't care where you align yourself with. I provide my opinion. I tell you that, hey, I don't care how you identify, don't push it down my throat. I don't want to live the way you live. I live the way I live. Unless I come and tell you live the way I live, then you shouldn't live the way you live. And that's where we have the problem. This is where I have the issues, like people coming out and saying, my preferred pronouns are this. It's gonna get to a point that you start introducing yourself to a stranger. It's like, hey, my name is such and such. I am a he, she, she, b, b, d, z, e, and I'm a Democrat. I'm a Republican. I'm a right winger. I'm a left winger. I'm a liberal. I'm a conservative. X, Y, and Z. This is where your signature line is gonna be a full-on paragraph by the time you finished your your thought. So when that happens, guys, the entire society is gonna go into a meltdown. Everybody's gonna be like, what the hell is happening? I don't care what people's pronouns are. It doesn't justify anything. Okay? It's turning into a circus at this point. It's turning into a circus. So when you see these cyber attacks happening with these networks, with these people who are producing content, the cancel culture is coming back to bite them in the butt, because you are now infringing on people's First Amendment rights. And First Amendment is very, very important to me. First Amendment is key to the success of this country. If you want to know what it means not to have a First Amendment, if you want to know what it means to have a censored environment, censored government, I highly recommend you moving to the Middle East. Highly recommend you moving to the Middle East, to countries like Iran, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, China, Russia. All the countries that are run on a totalitarian regime, Venezuela, Cuba, all these places. Go ahead and speak against the government. Go ahead and try to talk against a policy that you dislike. Go ahead and protest against a policy that doesn't work for you. Go ahead. I'm waiting. Please do. Because I will guarantee you, you will regret every single decision you made in your life about freedom of speech in this country. This is the beauty of this country, the freedom of speech. The Constitution was so well written, 200 years old. It's the oldest Constitution in action in the entire world. The oldest, remember that. So, does it have flaws? Maybe, sure. What doesn't have flaws? But it was constructed in such a deeply thought out measure for it to be still in motion 200 years later. And when these people come out and try to censor you and tell you, oh, this is hate speech, this is not freedom speech, this is hate speech, they're not attacking you personally, they're attacking the entire system. So when you do that kind of thing, you are going against yourself, because there's going to be one day in the near future or in your future that you're going to regret doing what you just did. So, with all the stuff that's been happening this past week or so, this past couple of weeks, with the shooting, with the cyber attacks on documentaries coming out from, conservatives or right-wingers, whatever you want to call them, this is not going to go down a great path. This is not going to be a good look for those who are conducting the attacks. And, of course, midterm elections are around the corner, so, everybody's amped up, everyone's hyped up. They're trying to figure out how to convince one party versus another, who's going to have more registered voters, who's going to try to convince others. It goes back to propaganda, and, it happens on both sides. And this is what I say. I never identify myself with a party. I'm a policy voter. I'm an issue voter. So I don't like neither of the parties. I like freedom. That's why I'm an independent. I've always been an independent. I've never affiliated myself with any party. But what happens is, because of my beliefs, I tend to be on the conservative side. And, I do not like certain things to be pushed up on me by force. And same thing goes for my kids. I do not want my kids to be pushed into a corner and, be taught materials that I don't want them to be taught. So I have that freedom to stop it from happening. And that's where the problem is, guys. This is where the issue is. I don't have problem with people who create content. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna watch it. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna promote it. So, but I'm not gonna go and stop them from making it, unless this is a terrorist-related matter. If I see someone's promoting terrorism, hell yeah, I'm gonna report it. Not just for myself, not just because it's a leftist, Antifa, BLM, anybody. Doesn't matter, on the right wing, if it's a extremist group on the right side, or the white supremacy, or whatever the hell you want to call them, I don't care. If it's terrorism, it's terrorism. I don't promote it, I will report it. But if someone's creating content saying, oh, Republicans are this, conservatives are that, these are racist, these are people, blah, I don't care. You could call me, or, call me whatever you want. It doesn't bother me. That's why, I can choose, I have the option to choose not to listen to you, or not to subscribe to your content, or not to listen to your content, or completely block your content from my own viewership. I'm not here to tell anybody else to do the same thing. I will easily state my opinion, saying, hey, I don't like this content, I don't like this person. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. And actually today, like I was speaking to a friend of mine, and he said that he doesn't like Ben Shapiro, he doesn't like Matt Walsh, he doesn't like X, Y, and Z. I was like, that's fine. That's his opinion. I don't get offended of it. I don't say, no, you shouldn't be doing that. It's his opinion. He doesn't like them. He doesn't like them. For, his own personal reasons. For him, it's like because they bashed Trump when he was running, they didn't like him, and, X, Y, and Z, so that left a bad taste in his mouth. And, for all the right reasons for himself, he decided not to like them or, give him another chance. Again, that's his choice. He's not pushing it on anybody. That was his opinion, and he said, I don't like them, and that's it. That's where we drop, that's where the story ends. The same thing goes with the people on the other side of the aisle. I have cousins, I have friends who don't agree with me on anything, and which is fine. I still can carry a conversation with them. We can agree to disagree, and that's, guys, how a society should be. We should have the opinion to agree to disagree, okay? But when you start judging people because of the way they believe, because of the ideology, and that's how you create a separation. Okay, that's how you create a separation. A person could be the nicest guy on the face of the planet, but they don't align with you on political spectrum. I say, who cares? Is the political spectrum going to make you any more money because you disagree with one another? No. Would the policies affect you? Absolutely. That's where the discussion comes in. You're like, hey, I don't think we should be paying for Medi-Cal and Medicare for all. Okay, why not? Let's have a talk about it. Let's have a discussion. Well, it's going to cost money and it's not effective. Well, and they'll be like, oh, well, look at Canada. It was like, perfect example, Canada. People who need immediate health care, they come to the United States. They have universal health care. They pay 50% tax. Half their paycheck goes to taxes. And, it's only good for emergency purposes. But for regular care, you're waiting a month, 2 months, or 3 months for the next appointment. And, a lot of people, they go to a different country to do their care. So, that's the difference, guys. This is the difference between how people try to silence others' product or work, on the because they think the product is sensitive, the product is offensive, it's going to hurt people's feelings. Well, you know what? If that's the case, then you apparently don't live in reality. Reality is full of pain. Your reality is not all about flowers and rainbows and laughing all day, laughing every day. No, that's not reality, guys. Reality has a lot of ups and downs. There's always a speed bump. There's always a speed bump. I don't care if you're rich. I don't care if you're poor. I don't care if you're middle class. There's always speed bumps. There's always sadness. There's always happiness. You just have to figure out a way to balance your life out instead of, just throwing yourself at one issue and just keep eating at it until it starts eating you alive. And that's where the issue is. If someone's feelings are hurt, we'll see a therapist. I don't know what to tell you. You want this. You can't expect society to come and rescue you. Society will not come and rescue you. That's not how the world works. Okay, just because one person or 10 people's feelings are hurt, society is not going to come to their rescue. They will provide you options of aid that you could seek aid, but they're not going to stop living because your feelings are hurt. So with that, guys, don't forget to share, subscribe, and like the channel, and leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think about this topic. I would love to hear back from you, and if you guys have any suggestion on other topics, please drop them down below. Peace out.